Hey guys, it's Erica from Erica Marie Plans, and welcome back to my channel for another memory plan with me that is extremely late. Um, yeah, like I've said in my previous plan with me's, just really haven't been in the planning mood, or I actually should rephrase that. I have been in the planning mood, I just haven't had time, and I haven't been doing like my self-care because planning is like under my self-care type of thing of things I like really enjoy doing, but I'm just not taking the time to put it first. I've been doing other things, and so this year, because it is now no longer December, but this year for 2020, that is like my main like resolution or just like main goal I'm really trying to achieve is making sure I'm taking care of myself first. I don't know. I just feel like I don't tend to do that. And if you don't take care of yourself first, you can't really take care of others or enjoy other things that um, like need to be done and stuff like that. So that is like my main goal for this year. So I'm hoping I'm able to get a lot more Plan With Me's up in a timely manner because of that. But we will see what this year holds for us, I guess. Okay, so I am using this kit from Scribble Co. called Planner Moon, I think is what it was called. Actually have it right in front of me. No, Winter Moon. I don't know why I put Planner Moon in my title on my iMovie, so I need to change that so I don't forget. But it is called Winter Moon, and right when I saw the release video for this kit, I was like, I absolutely need this one. I think it's so gorgeous. I love the fashion girls. I love the colors. I just think it is so well done. So I had to make room for it this year for December. But yeah, so I'm also using some bougie boxes from Sticky Essentials. I got her roll, and I mentioned this in my last plan with me that they were ripping really badly. And I feel like I wasted a lot because I did waste a lot because they kept ripping when I was trying to get them off the roll. But this time around, it did work better. I did rip a couple of them, but even when I was being so careful, they still ripped. One thing I do like about this is if they're very removable and they don't take up any ink. So if you just saw, I like put one on that full box on the extender and I had to remove it because there was a huge air bubble and it was all wrinkled. But yeah, it was like really easy to remove, which is super nice. Um, yeah, and then I'm using some foil up on top too from Sadie Stickers from like her lace $2 Tuesday collection she came out with earlier this year. In love with the sparkly foil with the bottom washi. I think it is so gorgeous and I might have to pick up another set because I just love it so much. So I tried to incorporate that as much as possible with the icons throughout my spread. And yeah, I think that is it. Oh, the quote box is from Rose Color Days. I got it from her last year and it was a leftover, so it was really fun looking through all my leftover stuff from last Christmas and kind of getting to use it. So I got to use up a lot of my leftovers, which is really cool because I love just throwing away like empty sticker sheets. It's like so satisfying. And when I'm putting down this dinner thing too, or the weekly checklist, I think is what it's called, it ripped. It wasn't cut all the way, which was really sad. I tried to fix it as best as I could, but I mean, I think it turned out pretty fine. But I think that is it. Oh yeah, I'm just going to show you what full boxes I'm using, and we're going to get into the day by day. So, I see that there is a long pause again. Oh, I'm just like trying to get all situated. I'm probably going to edit this out, so you probably won't end up seeing this. But the first thing I did, let's see, currently waiting. Okay, I'm just going to edit all this out because it's taking me forever to put down these stickers. Okay, I'm back and now I'm behind. So I apologize. I just took out like a whole 60 seconds of like what just happened. Okay, so first thing on Monday, I marked that something happened. Oh, yeah, okay, so the emoji with me crying is I ended up writing crap because I don't know why my brain was not working. I thought that day was December 1st instead of December 2nd, and I had this really big important training for Lululemon. Completely missed it. I was so mad at myself because I don't do that type of thing, like miss appointments and stuff like that, or miss a time when I'm supposed to be working, other than purposefully when I did it at Lucky. My bad. But yeah, I was so mad at myself because I'm like, what the heck? I did not know it was the second. And so I was like crying and like really upset. So I used a phone icon to mark that I called Lululemon to let them know like what happened. Um, Also, I slept in this day because I ended up calling out sick, um, just because I really wanted the day off. I'm gonna be 100% honest, and I have so much sick time. So I called out sick. So we slept in. I also did a grocery run, and we bought so many snacks this day. That was like our word for the day was snacks. I don't know why, but we bought so much junk food, which was not good. We honestly ended up just not. We tossed it. So it was kind of like a spur of the moment, like we really want all these snacks. And then while we were at Safeway, went to Starbucks because there's a Starbucks inside of our Safeway. We watched Breaking Bad, so I used a TV icon to mark that. And I did some schoolwork. I think this was my second to last week of school, so it was like my last homework assignment I needed to do. Stayed up kind of late doing that, and also was just like not thinking because I had a final project due this day. And like I said, I thought it was the first, not the second. And I knew I had a big assignment due on the second, but I just thought I had one more day for some reason. And then we went to dinner at Zocalo's, which is amazing because I love their green Spanish rice. I think it's so good. Moving on to Tuesday, I woke up super early. Luckily, I did go to bed kind of at a decent hour. I mean, I was doing homework right until I was going to bed, but I was able to wake up okay, kind of. I mean, that sticker doesn't really represent how okay I was, but that waking up sticker is from Papershire. And I also drove home, and so I used an icon from the sparkly foil sheet to mark me driving home and a custom script from Kinsey's Creations. Once I got home, I went to work, and then during my split shift, I went on a run. Um, yeah, I didn't do much running. Haven't been doing a lot of running lately. It's just been really, really cold and just work has been crazy. I just haven't had the time to run, but I need to start getting back into it because I have a half marathon coming up that I need to start training for again. So I used a paper shower girl to mark that I ran and a script from Scribble Prince Co. And I also went to bed pretty early this day and I used what did I use? I used a paper and milk tomorrow to mark that. I also had to work at Lululemon because I had to make up the date that I missed, but I guess I didn't put it in there, which I'm kind of mad about. I need to go back and fix that. Moving on to Wednesday, I washed my hair this day because it was quite gross from running and just being all over the place. So I washed my hair and I used a Glam Planner Girl to mark that at the very top and I went to Chipotle because I was starving after work. That was my second day of training at Lululemon, and I was like just nonstop all day because I had to work early in the morning at 7 at my regular job, and then I left early to go to Lululemon at 8:30 to 12:30 for training, and I had to be back at work at 1 o'clock. So I had 30 minutes in between to go run and get something because I had to be back at 1, and I worked until 6, and I was just exhausted. Hence why I put a munchkin there, trying to keep her eyes open. So that is to mark me being exhausted. I also did some laundry and I used a Fox and Pip Girl to mark that. Once I got home, I was kind of energized because I did have an energy drink. So I did some tidying up around the house, and that spray bottle is from Papershire, and Tidy Up script is from SPC. I also binge watched some Plan With Me's, and the binge Plan With Me's script is from um, Letters to Apollo. And then I used another icon from that sparkly gold sheet. And I did a face mask when I got home just because I felt like I really needed it. I haven't done one in a while either, but it is kind of just like a time consuming thing because I can't really do much when I have it on, so I don't know. And the face mask script is from Pixie Doodle and Bear, and I use a Maro. I never know. I never know what to say. But I used a paper and milk character to mark that I did a face mask. Moving on to Thursday, I ended up taking a nap during my split shift. I usually will run, but I was still just really tired with everything going on. Oh, no, no, no. I remember why. You'll see. So I ended up taking a nap because I needed to prepare myself. I used a Clever Girl Crafts bed icon and a nap time I don't know where that's from. It's a really old sheet. I also had some Happy Mail from SPC, and that Happy Mail script is from Rose Colored Days, written by Nikki Plans, who I miss a lot. I love her Plan With Me's. And I also did a Starbucks run, but I just put a coffee run script from Arctic Paper Studio and a Glam Planner little Lolly. I think that's who that is. This day, I also wanted to get Popeyes for dinner because I'm obsessed with Popeyes. I love it so much. And I wanted to kind of like just treat myself. So I had some Popeyes, and then I did some cuddling with my dog, Pence. And so I cut the Family Cuddles script from SPC, um, and I just used the word cuddles, and then with Pence. Which is a custom script from Kinsey's Creations. I'm also changing up the box because I needed to add my work label in there too. Um, so yeah, and then I used a Once More with Love sparkly gold um, reindeer munchkin to mark that I had my cuddles. And then also in this one, I had to do some like maneuvering. I had to cut some icon or some doodles as well, and some munchkins and emojis because they wouldn't all fit. But I really wanted to use as many Christmas character stickers as I could. So to mark that I had a really fun day, I used an emoji with a reindeer hat onesie on, but I'm like taking the time to cut it right now, so that's why I'm not really doing anything at this moment. But I had to figure it out because I had to cut it and it was ginormous and I really wanted to use it too. So I used that to mark that I had a really fun day at Lululemon. So this was like my first official shift, like no training, just like working, and it was so fun. I'm sorry if you hear my dog. He's like messing around right now, but I absolutely love working there and I'm really excited to go to work every single day. It's just so fun just being around people with, I don't know, but just like a positive attitude. And it's so cool that like everyone is like that. So I marked that it was a really great day. And I also wrote the time that I worked, which was 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. Those are my shifts usually. I usually do like the overnight shifts, and I actually am leaving to head over there pretty soon. I work 9 to 2 again tonight, so I'm trying to get this voiceover done before I need to leave with my cup of coffee. And it's currently 8 p.m. with a cup of coffee, which is crazy. Okay, so moving on to Friday. Super tired because I was trying to get adjusted to the schedule. So I used an emoji to mark that I was a little tired. And I also had to get some gas that day. Oh yeah, I ended up having like a really big break. So I went to go get gas and I drove to Sacramento because I really, really wanted my Mendocino Farms salad. It's so good. And I used an emoji to mark having my salad. And then I also worked 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. again this day at Lululemon. So I marked that in that work label. And it was also Parents' Night Out at the school I work at. So we have this usually like once a year, we'll have Parents' Night Out. And that essentially is like we're open extended hours. So like parents can have free childcare to go do some Christmas shopping. We usually do it during this time too because it works out so that they can do Christmas shopping or go on a date night or something. So it was a really good turnout this year. Also marked that I had another energy drink because I really needed it, and it was a rainy day, which kind of sucked because we usually like to play flashlight tag outside because it's obviously like nighttime, but we couldn't play because it was raining this year. Moving on to Saturday, I had to work again at Lululemon, so I worked I think 3 days in a row. Well, if you count my training, I worked 5 days in a row. So yeah, I worked 9 a.m. to 1, so it was a really short shift in the afternoon, which was really nice. I really liked working pretty much any shifts. Like any times it's so different and you're doing so much stuff, which is really cool. So I'm never bored. Um, and I was just so extremely tired after work. Um, I put a but I'm a little tired munchkin, and then I also wrote that I was tired, so I wrote OMG because I don't think I've ever been that tired. Um, but before going into work, I did have my morning coffee. So I used a my newest addiction coffee mug, and we also had a potluck at Lululemon. So I used and I think that's a munchkin, a little elf munchkin, which was really cute. had a date night this night, and then we went to Paisanos, which I love Paisanos. I actually went there yesterday too. That was like our first meal of 2020. Um, so I went to Paisanos, we drank a little bit, and we ended up going to this place called Zebra Club, which is such a like a trashy bar, but we were like, let's go to Zebra, like really just, I don't know, like making fun of that, and then we're like, you know what, let's just go and see. And of course it was not the atmosphere I wanted to be in, and they were out of what I wanted to drink, so I ended up drinking a Blue Moon, which I'm not really a big fan of. I don't really like beer because it makes me super bloated, so I ended up having a couple sips and then I just gave it away because I was not going to finish it. Um, then on Sunday, oh yeah, so Sunday I was supposed to go to therapy, but I ended up not going because there was traffic and the roads were closed because it was the California Marathon. So there was just so much traffic going both ways, and so my therapist couldn't even get to the office, and I couldn't get in there. So yeah, so we ended up just canceling, and then we met the following week. But it was just, I don't know, it was crazy, like how much traffic and how the roads were all closed and stuff. So, but I mean, it's such a cool thing to, it's like for someone to complete the California Marathon. So yeah, we did not meet, and I was just upset because I ended up waking up early for nothing. But since I was up early, we ended up going to walk to Temple to get coffee, which is my favorite coffee place. I would go there all the time when I was back in college because it was so close to Sacramento State. But yeah, so I went there to go get coffee, and then we just had, I don't know, I just had a really good afternoon, and I don't know, it was a good time. And then for lunch or dinner, I guess, we went to Bento Box, which is a sushi place in Midtown. We also watched some Netflix and chilled. Oh my gosh, sorry. We watched the Broken documentary on Netflix. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's really interesting. I really, really like it. My favorite part was the ones with the jewel pens and the makeup. I think it's really cool. And then we also went on a Target run, or no, I went on Target Run to go get some dog food, and I had an Amazon delivery, and it was employee shop night, which was really awesome because we had a massive discount at Lululemon, and I took advantage of that and bought so much stuff. So that is one thing I love about Lululemon is the discount and everything they do for us. They're so generous, and it's just amazing. But that completes my spread. Here is what it looks like with everything written in. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any questions, ask them down below. Follow me on Instagram, which is Erica Marie Plans, and I will see you guys in my next video. All right, bye guys.